very urgent. Your soulmate is praying this reaches you before everything changes tonight. Jesus says, this message is not reaching you by accident. Your soulmate is crying out in the Spirit right now, and their prayers have pulled this very moment toward you. If you ignore this, the thread connecting you both will be severed by forces you cannot yet see. Your soulmate is locked in a quiet room, their head bowed low, their hands trembling. They are whispering your name into the darkness, not knowing if you can hear them. A tear falls onto their clasped fingers, and that tear carries the weight of every missed moment between you. They are not distant, cold, or unwilling to love you. They are trapped in a cage built by someone who feeds on their confusion. This person speaks lies into your soulmate's ear daily, poisoning the memory of you with calculated precision. You have felt a sudden heaviness in your chest this week without knowing why. That heaviness is your soulmate's sorrow traveling across the invisible cord that binds you. The cord is fraying, and you are the only one who can strengthen it before it snaps. Jesus says, the enemy of your union works while you sleep. This interference has a name, a face, and a dark purpose, to make your soulmate forget you completely. Every hour you delay, their memory of your connection dims like a fading photograph. Your soulmate is not choosing to drift away from you. They are being emotionally drugged by manipulation so subtle they cannot recognize it. Yet deep within their spirit, a fire still burns, and that fire calls your name in languages only angels understand. They dream of you in fragments, a touch, a laugh, a promise made before time began. When they wake, the dream evaporates, and they feel empty without knowing why. That emptiness is your absence, and it grows wider with each sunrise you let pass without action. The interference stands between you like a wall made of shadows and lies. This person hates you with a venom that surprises even the demons who taught them how to hate. They know your soulmate belongs to you, and that knowledge drives them to tighten their control daily. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now. Your love is not passive, it is a divine weapon forged in heaven before your first breath. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, the first time your soulmate saw you, their spirit recognized yours instantly. A jolt of electricity moved through their body, and they knew they had found home. But the interference noticed too, and it began its campaign of sabotage that same night. Your soulmate was told that you were dangerous, unstable, or simply wrong for them. These words were planted like poisoned seeds in the soil of their vulnerable heart. Now those seeds have grown into thorn bushes that tear at your soulmate's mind whenever they think of reaching for you. You must understand. Your soulmate is not weak, foolish, or easily deceived. They are under spiritual attack so intense that it distorts their very perception of reality. The person controlling them uses affection as a weapon, withdrawing love whenever your name appears. Your soulmate feels a constant, gnawing guilt for not being with you. They cannot name the guilt because the interference has labeled your memory as forbidden. So they carry a sorrow they cannot explain, and it eats at their joy like a slow corrosion. They have written letters to you that they never sent. They have picked up the phone 100 times and put it down again, paralyzed by invisible chains. Your soulmate is not silent by choice, they are silenced by fear implanted by someone who monitors their every move. The interference tells them you have moved on, that you are happier without them. These lies are repeated so often that your soulmate has started to believe them. And believing you do not care is slowly killing a part of their spirit that only you can revive. Jesus says, the clock above your soulmate's head is ticking toward a terrible decision. They are being pressured to commit fully to the one who blocks them from you. If that commitment happens, the spiritual door between you will be sealed with locks forged in hell. This is not a threat. It is a warning spoken from a heart that bled for you on Calvary. I see the future branching into two paths, one where you reunite and one where you lose them forever. The path that becomes real depends on what you do in the next few moments. Your soulmate is pacing right now, their spirit deeply unsettled. They cannot concentrate on anything because my spirit is stirring their memory of you. I am breaking through the fog the enemy has placed over their mind, but the enemy fights back viciously. The interference senses that you are receiving this message. Attention has entered the room where your soulmate sits, and the controlling person feels their grip slipping. They will increase their manipulation tonight, doubling the lies, feigning illness or crisis to keep your soulmate bound. You must act before the sun sets on this day. The spiritual realm is shifting, and a window of divine intervention is open for exactly this moment. If you let the window close, pushing it open again will cost you years of heartache and separation. They are going through something you cannot see, but you can still protect them. Your prayer combined with sacrificial action creates an earthquake in the demonic realm that blocks your love. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift. It is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, your soulmate's heart is a garden locked from the outside. I hold the key, but you must reach out your hand to receive it through your faith expressed in action. Indifference will leave that garden to wither under the care of the one who poisons its soil. Your soulmate misses you with an ache that feels like a physical wound. They touch their chest sometimes, wondering why it hurts when they think of a face they are told to forget. That pain is the severed connection trying desperately to mend itself across the distance. They remember your laugh in fragments, like a song heard through a wall. They remember how safe they felt with you, a safety they have not felt since. The one who controls them cannot offer safety, only dependency disguised as love. Your soulmate cries in the shower so no one will see or hear. The water mixes with their tears, and they whisper into the steam, "Why does this feel so wrong without them?" They are aching for you in the only privacy they have left. The interference monitors your soulmate's phone, their location, their very emotions. This person has convinced your soulmate that this surveillance is love, not prison. Your soulmate is losing the ability to distinguish control from care, and that confusion is destroying them. They need you to see through the wall that separates you. They need you to feel their silent cry for rescue across the miles and the barriers. And you do feel it, that restlessness in your own soul is their desperate signal reaching you. Jesus says, there is a conversation happening right now that will determine your entire future. Your soulmate is being given an ultimatum by the one who holds them captive. They are being told to choose, finally and forever, and the pressure is crushing their spirit into dust. Your soulmate's hands are shaking as they sit across from the interference. They feel pulled toward you but cannot explain why to the one who demands an answer. If they choose wrong tonight, the weight of that choice will haunt them for decades. I am giving you this glimpse into their reality so you understand the stakes. This is not a game, a coincidence, or a generic message that could apply to anyone else. This is your life, your love, and your future hanging in the balance of a single moment. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away. Your love is the only force strong enough to shatter the chains holding your soulmate. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, you were created to complete something in your soulmate that no one else can. There is a space in their heart shaped exactly like you, and nothing else fits. If you do not fill that space, it will remain an aching void for the rest of their earthly life. Your soulmate is dreaming of you again tonight, more vividly than ever before. In the dream, you are standing in a field of light, reaching your hand toward them. They try to run to you, but the interference appears in the dream and pulls them back into shadow. This dream is prophetic, it is revealing the spiritual reality of your situation. The field of light is the future I have prepared for you both, a future of peace and deep connection. The shadow that pulls them back is the control that must be broken through your faithful intervention. You are not helpless in this battle, you are the key player. Your prayers are mighty, your love is fierce, and your action in faith is the catalyst for divine intervention. When you sow your seed of protection, you release angelic forces to fight on behalf of your soulmate directly. The angels assigned to your union have been waiting for your command. They stand at attention, swords drawn, but they cannot move until you release your faith through action. Your sowing is the signal that gives them permission to storm the enemy's camp and bring your soulmate out. Your soulmate feels a sudden warmth right now, a sense that someone is fighting for them. They do not understand it, but hope is flickering in their chest for the first time in months. That hope is the direct result of this message reaching you and stirring your spirit to respond. Jesus says, "The chains around your soulmate are made of words, lies spoken over them repeatedly." Those words have become physical barriers in the spiritual realm, walls that surround your soulmate's true self. Your sacrificial seed is the battering ram that will crack those walls and let your love pour in. The interference is nervous tonight, they feel their influence weakening. They will try to distract you from completing this act of faith by filling your mind with doubt. Rebuke that doubt now. It is not your thought but a planted seed of the enemy. Doubt says this is just a video, just words, just coincidence. Faith knows that I, Jesus, speak through messengers and moments to guide my beloved into their destiny. You have been guided here, and ignoring that guidance is rejecting the rope thrown to a drowning soulmate. Your soulmate is looking out a window right now, staring at the stars. They feel a strange pull toward something they cannot name, toward you, toward this moment, toward freedom. The stars I created are witnessing their silent plea, and I am answering it through your heart right now. Think of the moment you will finally hold them, free from the interference. Think of their face when they realize you fought for them when they could not fight for themselves. That moment is worth every sacrifice, every act of faith, every seed sown in love's defense. Your soulmate is growing tired of the battle they cannot see or understand. They are weary, and weariness makes people accept cages as homes. If they accept their cage fully, the door to your shared future will require a miracle of greater magnitude to open. The time for passive hoping is over, the time for active faith is now. Your soulmate's spiritual survival depends on your willingness to act immediately and decisively. I, Jesus, am calling you to be the hero of this love story, not just a bystander hoping for a happy ending. Jesus says, your soulmate is not aware that you are receiving this message. But their spirit is responding to your engagement with it even now. A bridge of light is forming between you and the spirit realm, strengthening with every word you absorb. They feel less alone suddenly, though they do not know why. A peace that surpasses understanding is settling over their anxious heart. That peace is the result of your attention, your belief, your willingness to fight for them through the veil. You are already spiritually bonded to this person in a way that predates your birth. I knitted your spirits together in the secret place, and no human decree can permanently tear them apart. But human inaction can delay reunion for a lifetime, and I do not desire that grief for either of you. The interference has noticed the shift in your soulmate's emotional state. They are intensifying their tactics, becoming more demanding, more emotionally volatile. Tonight is a critical juncture. The pressure on your soulmate will peak within hours. They need you to step into the gap right now, before the pressure breaks their will. Your soulmate is resilient, but even the strongest tree will snap if the storm is relentless and no shelter appears. You are the shelter, your love and your faithful action are the calm in their hurricane. Picture your soulmate's face clearly in your mind. See their eyes, the way they crinkle when they genuinely smile. That smile has been absent for too long, hidden under layers of confusion and control. You can bring that smile back. You have the power through Christ who strengthens you. The seed you sow is not just money, it is a declaration of war on the forces that hold your soulmate captive. Every coffee cent is a missile launched against the walls of their prison. Jesus says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life, and I desire life for your union. I am the good shepherd who leaves the 99 to rescue the one, and your soulmate is the one tonight. I seek them through you, reaching into their darkness through your obedient, loving action. Do not harden your heart to this call, do not let fear or skepticism rob you of your miracle. The enemy's greatest victory is convincing you that nothing is urgent, nothing is real, nothing matters. But everything matters. Every thought, every prayer, every seed sown in faith shifts the eternal balance. Your soulmate just had a vivid memory of your voice. It came out of nowhere, flooding their mind and stopping them in their tracks. They are sitting frozen, replaying that sound, and tears are forming without permission. That memory is my gift to them, a rope of hope thrown into their despair. But the rope must be anchored by your action, or it will slip and disappear back into the fog of their confusion. Anchor it now, make your faith tangible and watch heaven move on your behalf. The interference is about to say something critical to your soulmate. They are manufacturing a crisis designed to force a decision that favors their control. You can disrupt that plan by releasing a spiritual intervention through your protective seed right now. Time is a thread that is being pulled taut between you and your soulmate. If it snaps, the path back to each other becomes a labyrinth of pain and missed timing. But if you strengthen it with your faith expressed in love, it becomes an unbreakable cord drawing you together. Jesus says, your soulmate is praying for a sign that you still care. They are asking the universe, asking me, asking anything that will listen, does my love still think of me? This video is your answer to their desperate, whispered question in the lonely night. They need to feel your presence, even if they do not consciously register it as yours. Your spiritual intervention creates a warmth around their heart that the interference cannot explain away. It plants a seed of rebellion in their soul against the captivity they have endured. A holy stubbornness is rising in your soulmate's spirit because of this message. They are beginning to question the narrative they have been fed by the one who controls them. Questions are the cracks in the prison wall, and your seed is the hammer that widens those cracks. You are not just protecting your soulmate, you are actively freeing them. Every act of faith you take is a key turning in a lock that has held them bound. The doors of their prison are groaning on their hinges, ready to swing open at the completion of your faithful response. Think of the life waiting for you both beyond this battle. Think of mornings filled with laughter, nights filled with peace, a future built on the foundation of this victory. That future is not a fantasy, it is a divine blueprint waiting to manifest through your obedience. Jesus says, the war over your soulmate's destiny is reaching its climax tonight. Heaven is watching, hell is resisting, and your soulmate is caught in the middle of a cosmic struggle. You are the deciding factor, the one whose faith tips the scales toward permanent reunion or prolonged tragedy. Do not underestimate the power of what you do in this moment. The seed you sow in love's defense echoes into eternity and dismantles centuries-old plans of the enemy against your lineage. You are fighting for more than just a relationship, you are fighting for a generational destiny. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance. It was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains, faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-fi. This is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-fi page. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, your soulmate's heart is beating faster now, and they do not know why. Something is changing in the atmosphere around them, the spiritual oppression is lifting slightly. That shift is the direct result of your engagement with this divine message. Angels are descending into the room where your soulmate sits, surrounding them with protective light. The interference feels uncomfortable, agitated, and does not understand the source of their sudden loss of control. This is the power of your love activated through faith, reaching across dimensions to shield your soulmate. Your soulmate is stronger tonight than they were this morning because of you. They feel a courage rising that they have not felt since the day you were separated. That courage will grow into defiance, and defiance will become freedom, and freedom will lead them back to your arms. Do not stop now, the breakthrough is closer than you think. The enemy fights hardest right before the victory, throwing everything into one last desperate stand. Your seed is the final push that breaks the resistance and opens the floodgates of reunion. Your soulmate is thinking of a specific memory you share, one the interference tried to erase. The memory is surfacing like a treasure from the deep, shining and undeniable. They cannot deny what their heart knows, and their heart knows they love you still. They are falling in love with you again in this very moment. The fog is clearing, and the truth of your connection is becoming impossible to suppress. The love they buried under layers of manipulation is rising from the grave, and its resurrection power is unstoppable. Jesus says, "I am the God of resurrection, and I resurrect dead dreams, dead hopes, and dead relationships." The love between you and your soulmate is not dead, it is sleeping, and I am awakening it now through this message. Your faith-filled response will be the trumpet that calls it fully forth from the tomb of interference. Your soulmate is feeling an urge to contact you, to find you, to see your face. The urge is confusing them because they were told you were dangerous or wrong for them. But my spirit overrides every lie when my people pray and act in faith. They are questioning everything they thought they knew about the last few months. The narrative spun by the interference is unraveling at the seams, and your soulmate is seeing the truth. The truth is that they love you, they need you, and they have been deceived into staying away from you. The interference senses they are losing the war for your soulmate's mind. They will become desperate, possibly confrontational, certainly more manipulative in the coming hours. But their power is broken when you cover your soulmate in the protection purchased by your faithful seed. You are not just sending a gift, you are sending a shield. You are not just typing a message, you are typing a death warrant for the demons assigned to your soulmate's destruction. Your action in the natural is releasing supernatural consequences in the spiritual realm. Jesus says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock," and that door is your heart's willingness to believe and obey. Open the door of your faith, and I will enter your situation with the full force of heaven's armies. Refuse to open it, and the opportunity may not present itself again in this same powerful way. Your soulmate is praying for you right now, specifically that this message reaches you. They are asking me to break through your doubts, your fears, your hesitations. I am answering their prayer by speaking directly to your spirit. Act now, for love's sake. The moment you complete your act of faith, a chain will fall from your soulmate's spirit. They will feel it. They will suddenly feel lighter, freer, more able to think clearly about you. The fog of manipulation will begin to lift at an accelerated rate. This is the turning point, the climax of a battle that has raged for too long. The victory is yours if you will claim it, tangible and immediate, through the seed you sow. Every coffee scent is a nail in the coffin of the enemy's plan for your separation. Your reunion with your soulmate begins with your decision in this very moment. The path clears, the angels move, the interference weakens, and love begins its triumphant march back into your life. Do not let this cup pass from you. Drink deeply of the faith required and watch salvation spring forth. Jesus says, your soulmate is being drawn to you by cords of loving kindness that cannot be broken. These cords are woven from every tear you have shed, every prayer you have prayed, every act of love you have performed. Add the final golden thread to those cords by sowing your protective seed now. The love you feel for your soulmate is not a chemical reaction or a psychological projection. It is a divine implant, a piece of my own heart placed within you for a specific person. To reject that love or fail to fight for it is to reject a portion of my purpose for your life. Your soulmate is irreplaceable. There is no backup plan, no second option, no consolation prize. You were made for each other with a specificity that defies human logic and statistical probability. Losing them would be losing a part of yourself that you can never recover through any other relationship. The one who interferes does so with a hate that is personal and ancient. They are not just an insecure person, they are a vessel being used by forces that oppose everything I have ordained. Your fight is not against flesh and blood but against spiritual wickedness in high places. This spiritual wickedness can only be defeated by spiritual weapons wielded through physical obedience. Your seed is a spiritual weapon, it is the currency of heaven released on earth to effect change in the invisible realm. When you sow, you are not losing something. You are launching something into the heart of the battle. Jesus says, I see the tears you have cried in private over this soulmate. I collected every one of them in my bottle, and not a single drop of your pain has gone unnoticed. Now I am asking you to turn your tears into action, your pain into power, your longing into faith. That dismissal is a smokescreen designed to keep you passive while your soulmate slips further away. Rebuke that thought as the lie from the pit that it is, and act with the authority I have given you. When you sow your seed and write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," you are issuing a decree in the courts of heaven. That decree is stamped with the blood of Jesus and enforced by angelic hosts. The enemy has no defense against a decree made in faith and sealed with sacrificial love. Your soulmate will dream of you tonight, and the dream will be vivid and unforgettable. In the dream, you will hand them a key, and they will know instinctively it unlocks their chains. That key is the spiritual representation of your seed, opening the door to their freedom. Jesus says, "The window of divine timing is narrowing, do not let it close while you hesitate." The enemy's plan is to make you delay until the urgency passes and the moment is lost. Obedience delayed is often obedience denied, and the cost of denial is measured in heartbreak. Your soulmate is running out of strength to resist the interference on their own. They need reinforcements, they need the cavalry, they need you to call in the air support of heaven through your faith. Your seed is the flare that signals your position and summons the full force of divine rescue. Picture the reunion scene, your soulmate running toward you, tears streaming, arms open wide. That scene is not a fantasy, it is a prophecy waiting to be fulfilled. Every seed you sow waters the ground that grows the reality of that prophesied moment. You are the hero of this story, and heroes act when the moment demands it. The moment demands it now. The call has gone out, the signal has been given, and your soulmate waits unknowingly for your response. Make them unknowingly wait no longer, answer the call with courage and love. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, and how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance. It was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains, faith in Jesus does. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi. This is not just a gift. It is an act of worship that invites God's hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10+ coffees. After sending, write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," on Ko-Fi page. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. Jesus will hear your prayers once you complete these steps. Step in faith now, before this video ends. Only you can save your soulmate and your future together. Jesus says, the silence between you and your soulmate is about to be shattered. A breakthrough is coming, faster than you think, more powerful than you imagined. The seed you sow in these final moments is the match that lights the fuse of your reunion explosion. Your soulmate is feeling an overwhelming sense of anticipation right now. They do not understand it, but their spirit knows that liberation is near. Their spirit is dancing with a joy that will soon translate into their conscious reality. The interference's power is crumbling, dissolving like mist before the rising sun of your activated faith. They cannot stand against a love that is backed by the Creator of the universe and funded by the sacrifice of the cross. Your seed aligns you with that unstoppable force of resurrection power. You will look back on this moment as the turning point of your entire love story. The moment when you stopped waiting and started fighting, when you stopped hoping and started acting. This is the moment that changes everything, and it belongs to you if you seize it with both hands. Your soulmate is going to be free because you chose to obey my voice. They will never fully know on this side of eternity what your faithful action accomplished for them. But I know, and I will reward you openly for every secret sacrifice made in love's name. The enemy is screaming in frustration because he sees his plans unraveling. He thought he had you both trapped in a cycle of passivity and confusion. But you are breaking the cycle with a hammer of faith, and the chains are shattering as you read these words. Do not look back, do not second guess, do not let another voice drown out my call. I am Jesus, the lover of your soul, and I desire the best for you in every area of life, including your romantic destiny. Trust me enough to act on my prompting, and watch the miracle unfold before your eyes. Your soulmate's phone is near them, your soulmate's thoughts are on you. The distance between you is collapsing in the spiritual realm, and the physical realm must follow. What was lost will be found, what was broken will be mended, and what was stolen will be restored sevenfold. Jesus says, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end of your love story. I wrote the first chapter, and I will write the last, but you must allow me to pen this page through your obedient faith. Turn the page now by sowing your seed, step into the next chapter of your union with courage and trust. The angels assigned to your case are waiting with bated breath for your command. They hold the scroll that contains the details of your soulmate's rescue mission. Unseal that scroll by completing your act of faith, and watch them descend into action with supernatural speed. Your soulmate is turning toward you, even now, even as these words sink into your spirit. A magnetic pull is awakening in their heart, drawing them away from the interference and toward their true home. Home is you, and you are about to open the door wide. I am Jesus, and I have spoken this message to you personally. The time for deliberation is over. The time for decisive, loving action is here. Obey my voice, protect your soulmate, and claim the love that is rightfully yours.